What's up, guys? Uh, You guys, we really need to chill here, okay? We need to relax, man. We need to relax, okay? Guys, AW here, Air Warrior. What was that? I got something. Was it on this channel or this channel? I'm sorry, but like this video says, man, we gotta relax. Relax. What's up here? What's up, Tim? We gotta chill. We gotta relax. We gotta chill tonight, guys. Yesterday's news. It was mega huge, man. If you're a DC fan, yeah, Cavill's not Superman anymore. Yeah, it's sad. I wanted to see him continue with Superman. It's not because Snyderverse, because I like Cavill, and I think it's Superman. And I think I don't blame the actors or actresses for how they were portrayed or the disarray, the chaos, the whatever's going with Warner Brothers and the DC stuff. Hi, Arkham. Oh, I let you all know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make this. Uh I think I'm gonna just keep this as a solo stream. And maybe later I might make it into a non-solo stream, but I'm only gonna have one person on though, because I have things to do. I'm not sure yet, so don't. That's why I haven't sent invitations because I might make it a solo stream. This is stuff to get off my chest. Okay. Yesterday, you guys need to chill, man. This is not a win-win situation. Okay. Okay. This is not a win-win situation. This is a lose-lose situation, in my view. Okay, in my view, that's my opinion. And let me do something. I'm sorry. I just had to respond to a comment. It's a pretty funny comment. It does suck when you lose your job. Yeah, but okay. This okay. They sent shockwaves. Yeah, I sent shockwaves around. You know, Twitter sphere. Obviously, Hollywood, because Superman is a big. And Superman, freaking huge for so many years, for decades and decades. Before I was born, before some people I know was born, since the 40s. And did I share this out? And we gotta relax. The problem is, we don't know how to relax, right? Society these days don't know how to relax. We react. When we see something, we react, especially on Twitter, on social media. We react right away. And like I did yesterday, a lot of people I know did yesterday. A lot of people on Twitter did it. A lot of people I don't know did yesterday reacted. This is and this stuff created fights and people turning on each other. Willie, people that got along are. I saw this in a chat last night. Friend of mine's stream I was on. He was really heartbroken. I was watching that chat, and there was fighting. There was almost 200 people watching that stream. I was on for about half to 45 minutes. There was 200 people, almost 200 people watching. And there was fights going on in that stream. in the chat. Any little bit on the stream too. And it's really not healthy. It's really not healthy. We love, of course, to me, I'll say this. I have people in the family say, what you need just to get by, just to live a happy life. A family, a roof over your head, food to eat, water, heat, whatever. Where you need to survive. Yeah, you need it to survive, and it does make you happy. But stuff you love, stuff you like video games, for example, watching sports, watching movies, TV shows, comics, whatever. That stuff makes you really, really happy. To me, that's important. I understand that. But don't let it affect your life, okay? The other stuff is more important. That's survival stuff, and it doesn't make you happy, obviously, but that's survival stuff. This is not survival. And I'm doing this is a weird afternoon stream. Very weird afternoon stream I do. Okay. Hey, Daniel. The thing is, like, there's people, movie talk, entertainment talk, whatever, that have no idea, they don't know business. Does not know how business works. Okay. I'm more familiar with sports businesses. Kind of. Okay. There's sports teams that have been shitty for 10 years. I'll give you an example. My Toronto Maple Leafs. I live in Toronto. I admit that, okay? My favorite team is Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm so cliche, but I do live in the city of Toronto. We had the first lockout in 2004, 2020, 2005, right? After that, the Leafs tried to buy their way into playoffs, and they were bad. They were a bad team. They were a really bad team for about a decade almost. Pretty much a decade. From 2005, 2006 to 2015, 2016, they were a terrible team. And they didn't try to fix the problem. What they tried to do was, the only way to fix the problem was try to sign high-priced free agents, older players, but they never really fixed the problem by going younger and stuff, by going younger, develop players. They never really did that. And so for about a decade, they were a really bad team. A really bad team. Now, it got to a point where new management had to come involved and say, yeah, this philosophy of signing free agents, making these big trades is not working. It's not getting us into the playoffs. It's not working. That philosophy is not working. So what they did, they rebuild. They traded some of their best players for prospects, and they got lucky in the draft. They got Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and they said, Will Nealon, good drafting. And what else? They develop a good farm system, a minor league team with good prospects and stuff, and they focus on developing their internal players first in the system, and then when it's time to go for playoffs, they put in the other pieces. It's the support pieces. The players they sign for free agents and make other trades, but they first had a core that they developed within the system. And you know what? Even though they haven't passed the first round, but they've been to playoffs 6 or 7 straight years in a row. Okay? And right now, even though it's not the playoffs, they're one of the best teams in the league right now. They have a point in 15 straight games. 15 straight games. So a possible out of 30, they could have 30 points in 15 straight games. They haven't won all those games because you do lose in overtime, but you still get a point. But I'm pretty sure they have like 27, 26 out of possible 30 points. Now, where it matters is the playoffs. But my point is, when you try to fix things rather quickly and stuff, it usually doesn't work, even in sports. But when you start from the ground root, from the bottom, and if you do it right, because sometimes the way the Leafs do it, some other teams try it doesn't work for them. But if you do it right, you do it with scouting, development, and stuff like that. That's how you do it. It happens in baseball. Look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay doesn't have the highest bill. They have one of those payrolls in the sports, okay, in baseball. but they do such a great job of developing the talent within and evaluating talent with other teams' farm systems. And look, they always win the top teams. Man, they haven't won a World Series, but they make the playoffs or at least compete. And that's what okay, and that's what DC is doing. And you had Andrew Luck, Daniel. You had Andrew Luck, and unfortunately, his career ended abruptly early, right? Because of his injuries. I remember that year. That year got you Andrew Luck in the draft, but then that Manning going, he went to the Broncos, right? And he did win Super Bowl with the Broncos. I know you don't want to hear sports talk, but you have to understand. Okay, yeah. Here, James Gunn really wanted to clear in a different. Wanted to go. He prioritized Superman. He didn't say that in a tweet a couple days ago. But he wanted to go in a different direction with Superman. Right. He wanted a younger Superman. And Cavill, while I still think he could play an older Superman at 40, he's still very young. Don't listen to Jarbo say he's whatever. He wanted a younger Superman. And Cavill does not fit that bill. We will never see his full potential. True. But Cavill would never fit that bill as a younger Superman. That's because they haven't used him since Man of Steel all that much. When he was about 30, almost a decade old, 29, 30, whatever, between 29 and 32. But now, as you know from yesterday, he wants to go with a younger Superman in his early reporter years, a younger Superman, because they want to get an actor who they could build around, for future projects, like how Marvel does with Tony Stark, or Robert Downey Jr., and some of their other actors and actresses they hired for the MCU. They want them to start young. I mean, obviously, Robert Downey Jr. was not young when he was Iron Man, cast as Iron Man, but it was different though. It was different though. Chris Hemsworth, for example, was 30. I believe he was 30, 29 or 30 when he got cast as Thor. It's been 11 years. So they used him over the years, and now, right? Scarlett Johansson was still young when she got cast as Black Widow. She's 37, 38 now, but she was in the second Iron Man movie. I don't know if that came out 2009, 2010, around there. So it's probably around like late. Yeah. See, the MCU. Most of the actors in the MCU, they hired them when in their late 20s. Most of them. Some early 20s, some late 20s. Tom Holland was a different cat because he played Spider-Man, so it's a little different. It was a little different with Tom Holland. Tom Holland was 19 or 18 at the time. He's 25, 26 now. That's different. But the Avengers, like Jeremy Renner, when he got cast as Hawkeye, was in his 40s. I'll tell you that. 11 years ago. He was still in his 40s. He's like 50 or something. He's 50 something now. But he was in his 40s. But most of the actors, and Paul Rudd got cast in his 40s when he was Ant-Man. He's 50 something too now, 50 something right now. So this idea that Cavill's too old is bullshit. I'll say that. But we don't know how many movies Paul Rudd has left with Marvel. This is gonna be his 5th movie, because he's been in his 2 Ant-Man movies, 1 Adventure movie, and Civil War. So this will be his 5th movie coming up. It's coming up in February, Ant-Man 3. We don't know what Chris Hemsworth. I know he's taking a break, but we don't know what Chris Hemsworth. It sounds like he's getting down. He's getting the end of the line for his Thor is happening. I still think maybe 1 or 2 more movies, but it sounds like his one with Thor is ending soon. Okay? I'm just saying that. Maybe I think Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, his character's ending soon. I think it'll be one more film, but I think he's getting down to the point where he's done. He's almost done. These actors don't want to be a hero forever. Like they don't want to be tied down forever, right? That's why, especially with the ages that are getting cast at. But that's why with Gunn, he wants a younger actor to portray Superman, so they can use it for more projects. Exactly, right to Phil Bill. Yeah, yes, you're right. And now I'll say this: if Cavill was as age he was when he got cast as Man of Steel, maybe he would be on the list potentially. Somebody to look at. But he's 40, and they want to build something with a younger actor. Now, if they want an older Superman, they could still kept him. Yeah, second year Superman. If they wanted an older Superman, they probably would have kept him. But they want a younger Superman. James Gunn's a younger Superman. No origin story. We don't need another freaking origin story for Superman like Marvel did with Spider-Man. We don't need an origin story for that. And we don't like and what the Batman did. We don't need an origin story. And for Superman, we all know really his origin story. He was sent to Krypton when Krypton exploded by his parents, his Kryptonian parents. He was raised on a farm by Martha and John Kent, and you know the story there. Finds fortune of solitude and was his true destiny to become this Messiah-like figure, I guess, or Moses-like figure, Superman. We don't need to see that again because everybody knows. Everybody knows. But we see this people. I think people in some DM groups are leaving because of this. Because of this. This is how bad it's gotten that Cavill's leaving. And a lot of people blame James Gunn. You know what? You know what the thing of James Gunn is? He's honest. Because I'll say this. There's a lot of Marvel stuff, a lot of Marvel speculation. Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. See, with the Marvel stuff, a lot of speculation was who's going to be playing this, what cameo is going to happen. Kevin Feige, he has a Twitter account. Kevin Feige does have a Twitter account. I don't know how often he goes on Twitter. Probably not a lot. He doesn't really, he's not active on Twitter. He doesn't reply. He doesn't debunk stuff on Twitter. If you, in interviews with Kevin Feige, the only time he gets up information about future stuff about the MCU is whether he's being interviewed like at premieres or whatever, or maybe whatever, or he's at Comic Cons like San Diego or D23. That's when he talks about where he has plans for MCU. James Gunn, on the other hand, is very active on Twitter, as you could tell, as you could see or tell on Twitter. He will answer fans' questions when fans ask him questions about what his plans are, and he'll debunk stuff too. Like you do with the three traits: Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and the Wrap. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I think at least James Gunn, like at least let his followers know and let the people know the truth, or some people say his truth. His truth. He doesn't want false information to get out there. The Marvel stuff, nobody cares because nobody in the Marvel MCU atmosphere, stratosphere debunk anything. They don't debunk anything. No, they don't say it's true. When the actors say, "Do you hear this? Hear this? Hear this?" They can't say anything. They can't. They have to kind of lie. And It's an NDA. Uh, the Snyderverse, right? I like Man of Steel. I like Man of Steel. I admit I like BVS. I did not like Justice League. I did like Snyder's Justice League. I did like them, but like some people that are hardcore find some flaws in how Snyder did some of the characters. I think Henry Cavill is the first domino in the actors and actresses that well, I think Ben Affleck obviously too, but I think those two are the first domino to fall. If I'm Gal Gadot, I wouldn't be too comfortable. See, Andrew, this is the thing. Back in 2016, Marvel was legitimately afraid of DC. Yeah, Ben Affleck are gone. Marvel was literally afraid of DC. DC. That's the reason for the whole Civil War movie. Because of BVS, hero versus hero, and that's what Civil War. It's basically heroes versus heroes, and they're afraid of that movie. That they're afraid that BVS was going to be the movie that makes DC over the top and make DC want people to see more DC stuff than the MCU. And what happened? First opening box office weekend, biggest in box office history. Second, one of the biggest drops in history. And guess what? Civil War was one of the best Marvel MCU movies out there. And BVS got nominated for Razzies. Remember that. MCU was literally scared of DC because they knew they had no character in Marvel, besides Spider-Man maybe, even though how good Marvel's been, as big as Batman and Superman. Nobody. But that movie was not good to the general audience. And sorry, hardcore DC fans, it's not what you guys think. It's not about what the studios do. Not look at just the hardcores out there. If they cater to the hardcores, to them, box office money wouldn't be as much. It's about the general audience. Unfortunately, that's the only good movies they make is the MCU. See, like I said, just I said a minute ago, if studios only cared about the hardcore audience, then the box office money does not matter to them as much. Okay, just saying that. Yeah, they wanted Nolan because of success on the Dark Knight Rises trilogy. That's why they got Nolan to be help out with Snyder. Um, I think it was Brian Bill who told me that Zack Snyder was really not a fan of, didn't like Superman. And here's the kicker, guys. We finally have a plan. We finally have a man who's done the Guardians movies, done Suicide Squad, did Peacemaker, did just Scooby Doo. We finally have a man and Peter Safran who said they're outlining a plan for DC. And he did change the character a lot. I'll just say this. Me and Blind Bro had a conversation last night in the back. It's more of a private conversation, but this thing I'm allowed to talk about. Superman has a sense of humor. Clark Kent has a sense of humor. They didn't do that with Zack Snyder's Clark Kent. Superman. We would like to see Superman at least have a sense of humor, not be a Debbie Downer like Batman is. And if you know this, Batman had more jokes than Clark Kent in Zack Snyder's view in his movies. And I know he's just playing the character of Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne is like that, but See, Kasai, this is I said last night. To me, if that's true, that's a red flag. If you hire a director who doesn't like Superman, hire him just because of Christopher Nolan. That's a red flag. And you know what, Daniel? I don't think Snyder reads the comics. I think he reads the graphic novels, but I don't think I think he just reads the graphics, but I don't think he reads the comics. They don't have to exactly copy the Donner formula, but they don't have to exactly make him like an angry Batman. And BVS, yes. Here's the thing, even when in the comics, even when Batman was more violent, more vicious at certain times, like the Jason Todd stuff really effective, he did not go to that limit. He did not go to that length where he got to the point of killing someone. He did not kill anybody. And there's been times in the comics where he was thinking about it, but he did not go there. The thing is, Batman has always said in the comics, if he got to the point he killed somebody, he's done as Batman. He get it done. He's done. He's hanging up the cowl and the cape, everything, the bat cape, everything is gone. That's one of his greatest fear is killing someone. And Zack Snyder did not get that concept. Yeah, see, here is yeah, you're right. The thing is, Casali, I see the Keaton's Batman more of his Elseworld story, like right, like he's a different Batman in a different world, where it's not exactly anything comic book related. So I can understand getting away with that, but not with BVS, not the way Zack Snyder, not with BVS. He is an evil dictator. You're right. Uh huh. That's true. That's true. Always collateral. Yeah, but yeah, it's hard. I mean, the comic books could get away with that, but it's in movies and TV. It's what's I gonna say? What else am I gonna say? Yeah, and you see, they even admitted it. That's why they released the extended edition, right? They even admitted the stuff because there were a lot of things that there was a lot of holes in that movie. And there's an idea. I don't know where this idea came from. Did Zack Snyder play Injustice? Did he want? Because I think Injustice came out the same year as Man of Steel, but everybody knew like a couple years ahead when they're planning Injustice, they're planning to make Superman evil. Did he get that inspiration from Injustice, or like why is this fascination of turning Superman evil? Why? An idea to him after Lois and Bruce would get together and have a kid. No, his Superman is not even no, it's not even canon in the comics. His Batman is not even canon to the comics either. Yes, and you know what? Warner Brothers, listen to that. Not we just got that. We just got that from Black Adam. You can say what you want about Black Adam, but the kill no rule, the philosophy is a big thing in DC, not just a Batman. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Where where in the comics is a canon where Superman goes evil? Can you tell me, Blind Bro? Because I couldn't find it. Where does he go evil? I know there's multiverse versions of Superman, like Ultraman as evil. There's been iterations of Superman as evil, but not exactly canon. I know Injustice Superman, but where in the comics before the where in the comics did he go evil? Because every time he was evil in the comics, he was under control? Then was what color kryptonite makes him evil? And poison ivy have him under control. What? There's a color kryptonite that makes him evil, right? That's not just him going under wheels. He's not his own will, right? There's a certain kryptonite cut. Is it black or is it red kryptonite? It's one of them, right? Because I know there's different colors of kryptonite that affect Kryptonians differently. And Daniel, the only thing you took from that movie is Batman versus Superman. That's it. Yes, Arkham, you're right. Yes. Red kryptonite, yeah. Thank you. Anybody with comic book knowledge? I mean, I know comic books, but I know there's a couple of people in the chat that know more than me. So you always correct me. Always correct me if I'm wrong. Red Sun, yeah, that's different. That's different. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I had just put something in the fridge. All right. Okay. All right. Where was I? This James Gunn. I like some of Zack Snyder's movies, and I did not like some of Zack Snyder's movies. I like 300. Really good movie. Like I said, Man of Steel, and I did like BVS, even though it was a mess. And Blind Bro hates the movie, but get me wrong, I like the extended edition. I think Justice League, the Snyder cut. Okay, Watchmen, did like, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Army of the Dead sucked. Army of the Dead was shit. Army of the Dead was not a good movie. Plain and simple. It was not a good movie, Army of the Dead. And if there's any movie that should be nominated for Razzies, it was Army of the Dead. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm a little worried for the Rebel Moon stuff. Everybody says Rebel Moon's gonna be good, but I'm like, did you see his last movie for Netflix? What was the last amazing Netflix movie out there? Can anybody name me a good Netflix movie? Okay, now it's out. Maybe that'll be good, but I don't know. I know that's out this month, but I don't know when this month. But can anybody name me a good Netflix movie right out there that people talk about still? And Netflix is making a lot of movies, man. They're making tons of movies. Snyder's not the best writer. Not the, that's a problem. That's an excuse. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mr. Guys. I think James Gunn has better knowledge of the comics. I think he's more passionate about the comics than Snyder. I think he has a better understanding of comics. Attraction? Maybe. I haven't seen it. I know it must be good enough because they did make a sequel to it, right? There's Traction 2. See, Andrew, if that's the reason, then they have no creativity to them. That's the only way to make him not boring is to make him evil. No, be creative. Find a way to make him not boring, but still make him a good guy, a hero, an inspiration. Yes, I do. The thing is, Snyder is big on killing. He's big on killing in anything. He had Wonder Woman kill those people, and he had Wonder Woman kill those people in the museum, right in front of children. You saw blood when she pushed the guy into the wall. You saw blood, right in front of children. Right in front of fucking children. He doesn't think. She could easily took those guys out without killing them. She's a trained warrior. Bird Box, I hear, was good. Dude, he's Zack Snyder. The thing about Zack Snyder, he's big on killing. He's big on getting people killing, whether hero or villains. But yeah, Arkham. But she did it. She did it in this movie, right? We all saw that. We all could confirm that, right? She did it in front of the kids, right, in the museum. I guess it saves the police, the French police, some paperwork. The thing is, if that's the case, Degrassi is, Superman and Batman would never work with her. You know that. If Wonder Woman was a vigilante and a killer, she would be in prison. You know that, right? She'd be go. They would have to. They would go after her in prison. And Batman would never work with her. Batman would never work with her. You know that. What was I gonna say? But I'm not talking about. What I'm gonna say is that there is hope, guys. There is hope now. There is hope. James Gunn is. There is hope now. James Gunn is captaining the ship. Him and Peter Safran are captaining the ship of DC now. And unlike the past predecessors, he said he's going to release a slate next month on what the plans are. We got to be patient. Because we're not patient people. People are not patient, especially hardcore fans. We're not patient. We're not patient. And look, like I said earlier in the stream, Kevin Feige doesn't reply to anything that's not true. The only time you hear him speak is, I don't know, premieres and Comic Cons. At least we got stuff. At least James Gunn. I was about to say Sean Gunn, his brother. At least James Gunn interacts. And I know my buddy Degrassi says he's going to change that. He's going to start toning interaction with the fans. And maybe he is, because it's going to get overboard and it's going to get really not. It's going to get really annoying. I say, and I'm sure he's already been annoyed even before he got the job on Twitter, man. But it's gonna be unbearable, even more unbearable. That he may have to turn off notifications. He probably keeps notifications on, because that's how else we apply to fans. So Degrassi told me probably he's gonna turn off notifications on his phone or laptop, whatever he uses for Twitter. Most likely phone. Most people in the industry use their phone to tweet, obviously. And look, a lot of people are happy, positive. There's a lot of pissed off people, especially Snyderverse fans, not Snyderverse fandom, that are not happy with Cavill leaving. But you gotta understand, we're finally getting a new regime running the show, running a studio, DC Studios. We're getting finally someone who's giving the fans an explanation, stuff to talk about, an idea, a plan, a blueprint. Okay? He's captaining a ship of Peter Safran, and he's going to lay out the plan next month. What? Right? He's not going to reveal everything right away, but at least it's giving us some stuff, some little stuff, some teasers here and there to the real reveal of this DC slate next month. To right now, this is a very big tip of the iceberg. Like, the Titanic sank because it hit the iceberg. But this is the tip of it. Maybe next month we'll finally fully hit the iceberg and get whatever they're allowed to release to the public. Right? And you know what? I'm gonna watch it. Maybe the plan sounds hopeful. Maybe they'll tell us some stuff that I'm not liking. But I'll give it a chance, because these people have to understand. I talked to Brian Bill last night too, privately. The actor does not make the character. Okay? They don't own the character. I'll say this: Robert Downey Jr. looks exactly like Iron Man. He looks like a perfect Tony Stark. But Tony Stark is not Robert Downey Jr. Okay? And Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man for his movies, for the MCU. Superman is not Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is Superman, or was Superman, okay? Okay? And look, he'll know, man. This new actor who's ever playing Superman, I think they have something in mind. They probably have something, or at least what their Superman should look like. Somebody in mind who plays a younger Superman. Their Clark Kent. Could be a good actor too. Could be a good actor. Now, do I think it's going to be a very well-known actor? I think it's going to be somebody like in the Henry Cavill range. I don't mean by age, but I mean like how Henry Cavill got the role for Superman. He was known in Hollywood for a little bit, but he wasn't really well-known among, I guess, the people, okay? The people. I knew him before Man of Steel. I knew him in the movie with Bruce Willis, The Signal Reaver. He was in Mortals. He was in that show Two Doors. He was known a little bit, but he wasn't really well known yet. He was even in Let me see what movie this is. IMDb. I'll tell you what movie you might have you don't know we might have been in. Cold Lion Day is the one with with Sigourney Weaver and Bruce Willis. The Two Doors. Yeah, I remember that. He was in Stardust. And but Man from Uncle was after. Man from Uncle was after Man of Steel, though. Immortals was before. I know that's true. And I feel like you're gonna find some actor that you might have heard of, but he's not really well known yet. And really well known yet by everybody. Like Henry Cavill managed to receive once being Superman. See, Austin Butler, for example, the Elvis movie really took him to the next level. Austin Butler was people knew who he was. I think Austin Butler, that one huge breakout role changes your whole career, right? It changes your whole career. And I think that Elvis movie is what did it for him. And us look at an example for Rami Malek. I seen Rami Malek in a bunch of movies before he took on the role of Freddie Mercury. He was in Night in Museum. He was terrible. He was in Terrible Need for Speed movie. But that movie when he played Freddie Mercury by Opsy Baspedy, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. That really broke out for him. Yeah, you're right. He is doing, but it's gonna help him. But it's gonna if he gets nominations, then he's gonna get attention from other studios to do whatever movies. If you get nominated for an Oscar, then you must be good, and they obviously take notice, and you're gonna get something. You need something in that realm. How like something between 25 and 30. Like what Cavill once was when he got cast as Superman. No, Tom Holling's over 40 now, and he's not exactly in the best of shape to be Superman. He's over 40. Like 45 years old. Tom Holling is older than Cavill, and he's not exactly a big enough actor to be a big screen guy, though. He's been in some movies that he tried to be a movie star. It didn't work for him. Yeah, how old is Austin Butler? I, oh, he's 31. I thought he was younger. I thought he was younger. I thought he was like 25 to 30. He doesn't look 31. Wow. Nah, Brendan Ralph is not a. It's not a big enough. He's more. Brendan Ralph is kind of like a TV show Hallmark kind of guy. Aaron Taylor Johnson's 32. Yeah, You're not the only one to mention that though. Blind Bill mentioned Aaron Taylor Johnson too. Uh, but he between 20 count somebody that's 25 or 30. And look, he's right. He just wrote it. We don't have a director. We don't have a producer. We don't have a date. We don't know. I mean, I'm sure. I know Degrassi's saying Matthew Vaughn. I'm sure James Gunn has somebody in mind to direct it, or maybe he's going to direct it. And I'm sure he has an actor in mind. Or he may, if he hires a director, maybe the director has an actor in mind. They ask him, "Who do you like?" Just an idea. Because remember, yeah, 37. Yeah, he's. You got to remember, Reeves wanted Patterson. Reeves wanted Patterson, and they got Patterson for Reeves. It's not about this. It's not about trying to make him like that. It's about him being relatable in the modern times, but not being so pessimistic, so looking depressed all the time, being more hopeful, being more, having a sense of humor, being someone who smiles, like stuff like that. We the thing with Marvel, I'll say this with Marvel. A lot of the characters use humor to hide their grief. Thor, Star Lord, even Iron Man. A lot of them use humor to hide their grief. Most of them use humor to hide their grief. And that's an issue I never really mentioned that I have with Marvel. That a lot of the people that use sense of humor to hide their grief. And I know there's people like that. It happens in the real world. People use humor to hide their grief. Comedians do it all the time, but it happens a lot in Marvel. If you noticed it, have you noticed that a lot of people hide their grief behind humor, sense of humor? How old is Robert Patterson? Oh, Patterson's 36. Oh, really? Now you changed? Okay, I think I'll I'll direct a new Superman movie. No, I'll star Superman. I could pass off as a 25-year-old. Ah, it was a good stream. Thanks for subscriber. Well, thank you. Where was I? Where was I? Look, sometimes you gotta tear stuff down to start anew. Okay? And that's what they're doing. Because when something doesn't work, the saying is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. In this case, the opposite. It's broken, so fix it. And by sometimes fixing something, you gotta tear down all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. You gotta go walk bottom sometimes. right? And you gotta start at rock bottom and make your way up. Yeah, exactly. Like there gonna be some Superman's gonna have some similarities in terms of personality traits. Okay, from that, and we don't need. I agree with a lot of people. We don't need Luthor, Doomsday, or Zod as the villains. You could. There's other Superman villains we can use. What up, Brian? There's other villains we can use. You can use Toyman, Parasite, Metallo, uh, Bruno Mannheim, Bizarro, Livewire. Yeah, I think he's gonna direct it. I think he's gonna direct it. You see, I wouldn't use. Here's the thing. I wouldn't use Brainiac in the first movie either. My idea, if they do a sequel to it, I would do Supergirl and have Brainiac involved there. I'm not ending it now. Mattel, yeah. You could have an easy. Here we could do. You could do. Or you could do multiple villains. You could have. The way I would do. I would have a year one or year two Superman where people accept Superman. Most of the people accept Superman as their savior hero. Okay, he's known. He's there saving people. He's early days as a reporter. But there's still some people skeptical. Don't trust Superman. I'll hear like Lex Luthor. So I have somebody like that, a scientist or whatever, does not trust Superman, and he's working on a secret project, managed to get hands on kryptonite, and have a soldier, John Corbin, decided to take on this project, this experiment, become Metallo. Okay, something like that. You could do something like that. I know it sounds a little similar to BVS, where not everybody's sold on Superman, but in this case, you have some people not sold on Superman. Yeah, he's not doing origin story. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, Daniel. That'd be hilarious, though. That'd be hilarious. And him and Batmite. Batman have Batman. Or something like that. Sick, sick. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's really funny. I. Sorry. Yes. So it's not really. It's they're rebuilding. Okay. It's not the end of the world, guys. Okay. It's not 2012 where we all thought the end of the world was happening. Okay. Don't worry. We'll all be dead when the end of the world happens. Okay. We will get another Superman movie by the time the world ends. Okay. Okay. By the time we By the time we'll be all dead when the world's ended. We'll get a Superman movie by then. I guarantee it. There's a possible chance we not be alive. Who knows? I'm joking about that. We may get another Batman. We're definitely gonna get Batman movies by then, but we're not. We're gonna. Don't worry. We're gonna be. I'm sorry. We may even get a Killer Moth and Firefly tag team movie. Man, MCU, I guarantee you, by 10 years, we'll have a Squirrel movie special presentation. A Disney Plus presentation. We'll have a Squirrel movie. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, Brian. That's true. That's. Yes, I remember this too. It's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Talking about monkeypox. Degrassi just showed me a picture on Twitter. It's pretty funny. Yeah. I'm gonna reply. Where was I? I don't know, man. It's just been a fun stream. I mean, I was gonna be pissed off in a stream, but that's actually turned out to be fun. See, like, I kind of want to go longer, but people really need to chill and calm down. Like, especially the ones who were against James Gunn and stuff. They take the fun out of everything, and it's not a win-win situation. It's a lose-lose situation. Okay, it's it looks bad now. It's not positive news. We don't want to see Cavill lose his job as Superman, but Cavill's gonna be fine. Okay, he'll be fine. Superman is not the reason he left The Witcher. Maybe it's part of it, but it's not the reason he left The Witcher. He left The Witcher for creative differences, and he left it because he wanted to get back on the big screen. Superman is not just that. Okay, there's other reasons why. And okay, also, I was gonna say, and don't and next and if I and he could be Bond. Yes, he needs. Yes, that's true. He needs his management needs to do a better job of getting him roles. And here's the thing, guys. If anybody comes in my chat and says stupid stuff like what certain people did Max's stream, I'm I'll give you a warning. Maybe two, but if you say something stupid a third time, you're done. You're gonna be timed out. And this is a fact. This is a fact. Ultra Humanite was his first villain. I am. But now where am I going with this? I'm going off a tangent here, man. I don't know where I'm going now. So, how long has this video been? An hour, 4 minutes? Superman is a damaged brand. Okay? But Superman has the potential to be repaired. Like everybody. If you could make if Marvel could make Iron Man, certain characters in the MCU, for people to love by general audiences, you could definitely repair Superman's brand. All you gotta do, make a good movie. That's all you gotta do is make a good movie. Make a good movie. Because general audiences, they may not buy the comics, but they may buy action figures, the Funkos, posters, merchandise. And sometimes they may actually get general audiences to buy the comics. I know for a fact MCU has done a good job of getting people to buy Marvel comics, even though Marvel comics really has no connection to the MCU. It's Not if it's Batman. All it takes is one. Good movie. That's all it takes. And then, I will do it. I'll do it. Okay, Blam, I'll do it later after this. And ah, no, now it's storming. Okay, it's storming outside. Okay, okay. I'll take a break. I think going solo is hard. Going solo, but I want to thank you all, guys. I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna end it here. Not dip. End it here. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you, guys. I mean, all we gotta do is be patient, relax, chill. That's why I have Jeff Bridges, Big Lebowski on my thumbnail. I mean, like, just relax, man. Just be like that. You know, chill, relax, calm down. It's not the end of the world. It's not gonna affect your life. Okay, it's not gonna affect your life. The studios don't come to you and ask you, does how does Henry Cavill not returning as Superman affect your life? They don't come with you that. Nobody asks you that question. Okay, okay, okay. But yes, we gotta be patient. The key word is patient. Patient, which we don't have, because all we do is react, and that's a product of things like phones, like I have access to social media and stuff like that. We're not, trust me. He loves her. Social media, internet has made us impatient and very reactive. And so yeah, I'm gonna end it here, guys. So if you're new here, do the classic like, share, subscribe, comment below. You know, if you're not new here, you could also comment and share us out. Yeah, stop making me jealous, Degrassi, okay? You're making me jealous. Okay? I'm moving to Tennessee now. I'm gonna end the stream and pack my bags and get a ticket and move to Tennessee. Yeah. But yeah, once again, thank you for listening. We could all go crazy. We could all go crazy and react crazy for the God of War Amazon TV show. Okay, okay, done. Take care, guys. Oh, if you want to go crazy for something, Death Stranding. Now, before I really end this show, Death Stranding, they're having a show. They're making a show. They have to get Norman Reedus, right? They have to have Norman Reedus as Death Stranding, right? They can't just have Norman Reedus, right? They have to have Norman Reedus as in Death Stranding, right? Now I want to wait for some answers. Movie, yeah, Norman Reedus, right? It has to be him in the movie. But before I end this, I just. But yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna end it now.